Okay, it seems like recording's in progress. Hopefully that includes my screen. All right, can everybody see that screen?
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. And just to confirm, I did delete VS Code. So if I go to like my applications and I type VS Code, there's no VS Code. And then also, just to show everybody, I deleted Node. There's no Node. So yeah, I don't have Node, I don't have VS Code. This is gonna be for scratch. So if there's some bugs, then we'll go over fixing that together. So I'm on Windows. Now, some people might be on Mac. So VS Code installation. I'm going to do Windows, and I'll also show how I would imagine doing it on Mac. So you can go to this site here. I'm going to paste this in the chat. So on this site here, I am on Windows, but if you're on Mac, you would click this one here. So that's for Mac if you have Mac. I'm on Windows, so I'm going to click this. And what this does is it gives you an installer. So that's what this is. And so I'm going to open that. So now it's in my downloads folder. Is everyone following along? Any questions? Feel free to.
Just give me a moment. I'm just.
For sure, no worries. I'll just go back to the year. So this was the where I was previously, and I just clicked this. I guess if you have Mac, then you'd be clicking the Mac download.
I expect. Okay, I'm here, and then accept cookies, and then Mac is Mac download. Okay.
So I'm on Windows, so I click the Windows download.
Mhm.
All right, so once that
Yeah.
download's done, what the download does, it's basically installs an executable, which will perform the installation for you. So my typical folder is download. So this is where my files, like anything I download from the internet, it usually comes here in this folder, downloads. So is everyone in their downloads folder, and they can see this something like this setup. For Mac, it might have a little bit of a different name, but it'll be an application just like this that you can click.
Yeah, it's just about to download. Finish downloading.
Okay, awesome. Everybody on Windows is sort of at the same point.
Second. एक सेकंड बेटा. बेटा बाय to me.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. So I just clicked it. It should start soon. Can everyone see this? So this is the installation screen for Windows. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to click I accept because I think you have to. And yeah, so this is just my local folder. Now what I'm going to do, this is probably not necessary. Aleem app data local programs Microsoft video code. So Aleem, I'm going to actually go there and just see. Yeah, I guess I can show people. So you just do slash, I'm just typing in local programs. I'm actually going to copy and paste this here. I want to check that there's nothing already there. And looks like it's true. Yeah. So you don't need to do this, but I'm just copying and pasting where it's installed and just checking, minus the VS Code, because when it installs this, it'll make a folder here titled Microsoft, VS Code. I'm just checking the folder's not already there, just to confirm. On Mac, if you're on Mac, it'll be a little bit different. So we're here. I'm going to click Next. And sure, yeah, make a Start Menu folder. Okay, so check this out. So what I'm going to do, I will create a desktop icon for now. Now make sure these two are clicked, especially this one, Add to Path. I think I will. So everyone's at this point. Okay, I'll click Next. Also, if everyone can just please do let me know in the chat that you are following along or at the same point. Okay, perfect.
Okay,
So I'll
so
click.
when I sorry, I'm sorry, I was trying to unmute myself. When I started installing it, installed and it opened, and it is opening the old one from before.
Okay, so you might not have uninstalled it. That's okay. I think it should be fine because we will go over installing Node. And so that, yeah.
This add to path thing, I think maybe this is something because I'm having a path issue.
It might be different on
And the path issue is Darwin. So Darwin is this VSCode.
okay. I'm not too familiar with Mac. I think the installation might be different on Mac. I'm not
Okay.
sure. You could try uninstalling it, like, but you did uninstall it though.
I trashed it, and that's what you know. You told me to do, so I just.
Here, what I can do is I'm gonna text my other instructor. She has Mac,
Mhm.
and I'll ask her.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, code and Node. So I'll let her know. And I think, and what she can do is she can like move you to a different breakout room and help you. And I'll also ask them if they can also uninstall. Um,
Mm. Where is the path usually? Extensions path on. I think you can go ahead with the others if they are, they're okay.
for sure. Awesome. Thanks. So everyone else is roughly at this point. I'm just going to click install and we'll see what happens. Might take a few minutes. Hopefully this doesn't crash my computer. Okay, there we go. All right, there should be an option here at the end, launch. So let's just launch it, see what happens. It moved to my other screen, but as you can see, everyone have something like this when they first launch it. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this there, get rid of that. 1 minute, okay. Yeah, so once it finishes that installer finishes installing, just make sure you have path that's and it should the first installation launch, it should open something like this. All right, once everybody's at this point right here, do let me know. If anybody has any questions, also let me know. Install but with a different screen. Okay, yeah, no worries. That might be the theme. If you want, I can help you change that. Because like I don't know about you, but for me, the having like the white screen hurts my eyes. So I like having like a darker theme. Different screen. Like the color of the screen's different, right? All right, I need everybody here. I need everybody here to like type something so I know that you're following along and I can proceed to the next part. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, so what we'll do now, there's a welcome window. Okay, nice. So what we'll do now, we'll install Node. So I just go here. And what I'll do is I will paste this in the chat, nodejs.org, but showing the lab work. Okay, there might be some other settings for why it's showing that. But that's fine as long as it's installed. I think if you want, it might be best just to like close everything. So if you click this and you click close folder and just it's probably better just to get like a fresh thing going. Yeah. Because workspace and all that stuff is kind of confusing. I mean, I can't remember the last time I even had workspaces. Certainly not for a fresh install. Okay, awesome. All right, so now that we're roughly, a screen like this, that's blank here, we're gonna first install Node. So what I did, I think I can post this in the chat. So I go to this website here. Okay. All right, so if everybody's at that site, what I'm gonna get you to do is just click this right here, this Windows installer. And then that should download it. So we'll go back to, in my case, this is the downloads folder. So it's right here. So this node version 18.18.0. So I'm just I will double click that. And now it'll open this installation wizard right here. So this is the setup for Node. And yeah, we'll just go through that. So accept, continue. Okay, so it'll install Node to here. I'm going to double check again that I don't already have something there. Let's go to program files, and then it's checking in Node.js is where it's going to do the installation. So I don't see a Node.js here. So that's good. That means I properly uninstalled it. Let's click next. Okay, good. So I'd say don't change anything here. This is just the default. So just leave that as it is. Default settings. Click next. No, that should be fine. Continue. So I didn't click anything there. So here I did not click anything and just hit next. And then yeah, let's install that. So remember earlier I showed that in my command line Node does not exist. So I did the Node version and I showed everybody that it's not installed. I think once this is done, we'll check that again and see if it is installed. Okay, so it says it's been successfully installed. Now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to open the terminal from here. So is everybody on this screen for VS Code. So just on this screen, hit this terminal and click New Terminal. And then what we're going to do is, so once that terminal's open, just make sure that this thing is PowerShell. And if it's not PowerShell, let's say command prompt is probably the most common one. Just hit this drop down and hit PowerShell. So now we're on PowerShell. What I'll do is I'll type in node-v. What's going on? Uh-oh. Okay, wait, let me just, that's interesting. Very interesting, okay. Let me actually see if it recognizes node is installed here. It does. Interesting. This is good. So it's good. I'm actually having the same problem, which is good. So we'll see how we can debug this. I'm going to search this up online just really quickly. Be having issues with installing Node. I know that Node is, I'm just asking, this is a really good practice, is to use ChatGPT to try to help with these sorts of issues. I'm going to tell ChatGPT that having issues with installing Node. I know that Node has been installed on my system since I see it in the control panel. However, when I type Node version into PowerShell, I don't get an error. So no command Node exists, therefore Node is not installed. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about this. Check the path. Interesting. Restart, verify installation. Okay, first that might be the easiest thing to do. So let's check if Node has been installed in here. Yep, looks like Node is here. Okay, check for system reboots, user permissions. I think there might be an issue with path. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to type that into my computer. Okay, you don't need to do this. I'm just doing this to see if Node is in the path. So this is like where my node is located. I think I showed that earlier. So it's in the path. So it's not a path issue. Restart PowerShell. I just closed it. Interesting. Okay, so check this out. So now it works. I just closed it and opened it again. That might have been the issue. Close our VS Code and then let's open it again. Let's see if that actually fixes it. I'm hoping that was the issue because otherwise that would not be good. All right, so just closed it. Okay. So I think the issue was that if you don't like close and reopen your VS Code, it's still running on the old instance where you didn't actually have it node installed. So you have to refresh so that it knows that, okay, Node is now on your path and it can find the Node application and run that, which is kind of interesting. It's pretty funny that that was actually the issue then. Is everybody, how's everybody doing? Is everybody sort of like following along? Just, yeah, feel free either unmute or add or send a message in the chat. Okay, yeah, no worries. It's saying V bad option. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so okay, did you install Node? I think I also showed that here. Okay, so you were also okay, so you so that portion you did install Node, right? So that okay. What's this? What's this? Relaunch terminal. So Node, if V does not work, try version with two dashes, Node V, Node version. But make sure you relaunch VSCode. So like exit VSCode and then relaunch it once you've installed Node, and then open the terminal and check. The terminal can be open from there. Okay, perfect. So it's installed. Nice. Is everyone at about this stage? Waiting for, okay, for sure. So yeah, if everyone can just let me know in the chat if they have, do they have Node installed, is VS Code installed, where they are in this process, and then I can recover anything. All right, so for those of you who are at this stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here and, okay, wait, let's see. Awesome. Yeah, that's great. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with like that theme? Or do you want to change that by any chance? Like it's totally up to you, but that would probably be hard on my eyes after some time, after coding. Yeah, like the high contrast, is that okay? Okay. All right, so yeah, just click this Explorer here in the top left corner, and then if you hit Open Folder, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open, so this is something, we'll give you this later. This is going to have all the lectures, labs, everything you need. But for now, just for this, we're going to do a new test folder. So remember, I just hit open folder and I went to desktop and I made a new folder titled test. And I'm just going to click this folder and then click select folder. And that'll bring me to here. And this is like where the folder is open. So I have a new window that is specifically looking into this folder, this test folder on my desktop. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new file. So you can create a file you can either, everyone's good. Okay, perfect. So it looks like everyone's good. Is everyone on the same point of making a new folder? And now you're in the folder. Okay. All right, so to make a new file, you can just right click here, new file, or you can click this, new file. And we're going to name this file example.js. So the .js is very important because that's how VS Code recognizes that this is a JavaScript file. And we have that right there. And now what we're also going to do is we're going to go to our terminal. We're going to open another terminal. We're going to open a new terminal. And hopefully this is going to be PowerShell. Now what we're going to do to actually make this run, let's just do an example. Let's just do console.log hello. All right, so to make that run here, we're going to type node example. I usually type .js as well, but you don't need that. And there we go. Now we have that running. Also, I would say to make sure that it runs properly, just make sure that the directory, like this thing, is actually where this exists. Now, it should be the case if you open the file, the folder that way, and then you open the terminal, it'll always, right now, essentially, you'll be in the same directory that this file exists. So this file exists in C users and then Alim desktop test. And you can see this is the test folder, and then that's example.js. So yeah, I guess that's about it. If anyone has like more specific questions, I can feel free to ask. Term not recognized. Which term is not recognized? Is it this section where you do node version? Feel free. You can unmute yourself and also just like. Oh, okay. So like the same thing, example.js, the console log, that's all working. Okay, good. Does anyone have any questions? Elif, I know you mentioned earlier that you were restarting your laptop. Is everything okay now?
Sorry, I couldn't open my microphone. So right now, I just wait for it. Hopefully, I will handle it, and I will try for it. And if I cannot, maybe I can send mail. Or can we try for tomorrow? Is it possible? And thank you for all this information, by the way.
Yeah, no worries. I think tomorrow we'll try to put some time to go over this. I have more office hours from 7 to 8. I have office hours, so I can also answer questions then when it comes to Sept. But yeah, as far as like the actual lab goes, you do not need this running for today's lab. That can just be done through the regular Canvas submission. So yeah, no worries.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, how's everybody else doing? Is everybody else okay? All right, perfect. Yeah, best of luck with the lab. I guess lab 2.2 is now technically done. Let's see. Interesting. Okay, wait. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, so Tarlan, the issue is so on your end, you don't have a folder open. So why that's an issue is because you're not like where when you run, so when you type in this command node example, what it's actually doing is it's saying, okay, I'm going to look for this example.js file and I'm going to use the node environment to run it. And so the issue is right now, your terminal is at your username. So it's not actually at the desktop. So it doesn't know, that's why it can't find the file. So if you type in on your terminal, just type in cd desktop and then type node example. And that should work. Yeah, let me know if that works or not.
How's it going here? Like Alim, you look like you did a demo right now. Like, is that what happened? Yeah.
So I uninstalled Node, I uninstalled VS Code. Okay, I think the issue with the Node, you know what it was? It was the hilarious case of close it and open it.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm finding too for a lot of people.
It was just
it's literally that.
People had to close the VS Code and relaunch it, and then Node would have been recognized as being installed. And that's it.
Yeah. That was one of the issues. I think I'll make like a little doc, kind of just highlighting that. That was one, and then the other was like not putting in the correct folder, like folder path to access the file because it was like in a subfolder, for example. That was another really common one.
In terms of our personal stuff, should we just worry about that in October or November?
Sundust, how can I help?
Like your window, I can see it's showing node example. Hello, mine is not showing that. You can see it's the same pattern classwork.
Yeah. Actually, Hafsa, can you mute yourself? Just because I can hear there's a lot of background.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that.
All right, so what we can do, okay, do you also have a console log like this?
Yes, but yeah, same.
Okay. Interesting. So if you type in, so I assume that in your classwork, you have the class, the file, your .js file is in classwork, that folder.
Yes.
Okay. And so you have the exact same thing, this
yes.
with the semicolon?
Yes.
Okay. Have you saved it? So it's
yes.
Okay, interesting. Here, I'll stop sharing and you feel free to share your screen and we can go over that.
Okay, yeah.
All right, let's see. Oh, okay, wait. Do you know, so I think if you just, here isn't showing the hello thing either. Okay, we can go over that. So just save it, you can go under file, save. So this is not.
This?
So save this file. So I think you can just do Control S, will save the file. Because once it's saved, you won't see that little black circle on the screen. Okay. And so now what you should do is go to the terminal and type in node and then capital CW. The terminal is just below. It's just right there. You already have it. Perfect.
Node.
And then capital C and W.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
We have to save it, then we can.
Exactly, yeah. Because if you don't save it, I think what it's looking at is before you wrote that message console log.
Okay.
And if you run it then nothing will show because there's no console log.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. All right. Hassa, you mentioned yours is also not showing the hello thing.
I literally thought you were talking to me. I
Oh.
can take some people to like another room if that helps. If anyone else is still having issues,
Okay, if we need to add
just
the lines on or something in the future.
like what's the status here right now? Like, is it like everyone's sort of waiting
And then each.
for screen share or?
I think everybody's good. I think Hasa
okay.
just has a question, and everybody else seems to have it running.
Okay,
Yeah.
beautiful. Thanks, Aleem.
Yeah, no worries. Okay. Oh, so Hasa, yours is also not showing the hello thing. Did you try saving the file? Like on that example? Or you can also, yeah, feel free to unmute yourself and share your screen. We can go over that.
Okay, I didn't save it, I guess, so maybe that's the problem. I'll try doing that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, if you save it, then there's like a little black dot next to like the X when that file's open. Here, I'll share my screen and I will show what that looks like. If I do that, now in my case, I'm using a different theme, so it's a white dot. But you see like that dot there, right here? You'll see a dot there if it's not saved. I do that, and then I hit this dot here. I'm sharing my screen. If I hit Control S, it saves the file, and then that dot is saved. Like the file's saved. When I type in node example, and it will run. And
And then we reopen it?
you don't need to reopen it. You just save the file, and then yeah, have this terminal, have that terminal open, and then you can just type in that terminal node and then example. If the name of your file is example, whatever the name of your file is, just node and then the name.
Oh yeah, it's showing now. Thank you.
All right, awesome. Does anyone else have questions? Is everybody else good? Rana, is everything working on your end? All right, so seems like everybody's doing okay. I think I'll close the breakout room.
Aleem.
Yeah.
Last question, please.
Okay.
From Friday's assignment, I'm really stuck on the GitHub or where to find how many people contributed to this project and README file. I don't know. I'm stuck there.
Okay. Here, why don't I'll just open that. It's okay. I can just quickly help you with that right now. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so Friday's assignment. Okay, this is this one. So this one here?
Yes.
Okay. So which one? How many people contributed?
Yes, and README file. Where do I find these? I'm struggling.
It should be somewhere here. Oh yeah. So if you just scroll down on this page, it just says it here, contributors. So 566 contributors.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So
And
566.
README file, what is README file? Where to go for there?
So this first file, this is the README file. The first thing that it opens,
Okay.
it says it right here. This is README.
Okay.
If you just scroll down, I think all this stuff. So you scroll down, and this is like a hyperlink, because the name of this repository is awesome, and it's like awesome lists about all kinds of things. And so it's just a bunch of stuff like computer science, big data. You know, if I click one of these things, if I click computer science, it takes me to like a bunch of links. So it's just, you can almost think of this repo as just hyperlink. It's like a Wikipedia page that links you to a bunch of cool things. That's about it. Yeah. Let's see. Was there anything else here?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. So if everybody's okay, then yeah, I'm gonna close the breakout room. Can I actually close the breakout room, or can I only leave it? Okay, I can only leave it, but I'm gonna head back to the main room and see what's going on there. Yeah, no worries. And I think I'll have another office hour from 7 to 8. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop by.
During the office hour, can you teach me the pseudocode? I just missed
Sure.
that from today. Sure. Yeah,
Yeah, no
that
worries.
was
I
great.
can
Thank
help
you.
with the pseudocode.
Thank you.
It'll be the same sort of like the same link as the coding in color.
Hey.
For sure, yeah. So the recording for the installation, this recording will be on YouTube. I also have office hours, Rana, from 7 to 8, so I can also go over the installation process as well from 7 to 8. But we'll also put this up online. All right, so I'm just going to stop the